Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Fuzzy and Fozzy's kitchen. Today we'll be making Gujarati style curry and kitchri. For that we are going to use normal rice, it can be any rice, about half a cup of split moong with the skin on. Wash them well and soak it for at least half an hour. The more you soak it, the better it will be. The ingredients for the khichdi are simple. It's ghee, desi ghee, cumin, salt, which is about 1 teaspoon, chopped ginger and green chilies. I've used serrano here. Here's some about half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of hing, which is asatofida, and this is like 2 pieces of cinnamon and 4 bits of black peppercorns. So we'll heat the pot and make sure there's no water in here. Then we'll add the ghee, about 2 tablespoons full. You can use olive oil, but I prefer ghee because it makes the food delicious and it's easily digestible. We'll add the cumin. I like to cover it and give it a good shake so the kitchen doesn't get messy. Here the cumin gets a good chance to merge with the ghee and give out the good smell that it's supposed to. The flame is low. I can turn it up, but I do not want to burn the cumin. So we'll have to just be a little patient. Now that I can hear the cumin, it's sputtering. Here, that's when I will add the cinnamon and the peppercorns. Stir it for a bit. Should be able to smell the cinnamon and the cumin. Then you add the green chili, the chopped green chilies, the ginger. Cover it for a bit so it doesn't mess the kitchen. When it calms down a bit, then you add the turmeric and the hing. Stir it well. Keep some water handy and make sure the flame is on low so this masala doesn't burn. At this point you can add the salt, which is about 1 level teaspoon. I'm going to add some water so the masala doesn't burn. Drain the excess water from the soaked dal and rice, and when you see that the ghee starts to come on the top and the masala is braised well, you add the rice and the dal and give it a good stir. In the meanwhile, you heat 2 cups of water in your kettle, so you can add hot water to this mixture, and then you let it simmer on low for 25 to 30 minutes. You mix it well. Turn up the heat a little bit. Two cups of hot water. Don't waste anything. Make sure you use every bit of the rice and dal that you have soaked. Turn up the heat and let it come to a boil. Now it's boiling, but not rapidly boiling. You can turn up the heat a little bit. I'm going to sprinkle some dried fenugreek leaves. It's called methi. Some kalonji, which is called the black seed, and some ajwain. It not just enhances the flavor, but it's easy to digest. Give it a good stir. Cover it. Turn down the heat and set your timer for 25 minutes. And it should be ready after 25 minutes. For the curry, we'll need 2 cups of yogurt. This is homemade yogurt. 4 cups of water, 2 teaspoons of ghee, chopped ginger and serranos, 1 teaspoon each, 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon of cumin, again the hing, which is the asafoetida. We'll use about half a teaspoon of this, half a teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, and 2 teaspoons of gram flour, which is also known as besan, and some curry leaves. My curry leaves are frozen. And then we'll taste, use salt to taste, which is about 1 level teaspoon. This is 2 cups of yogurt. You mix in the grated ginger and chilies, 1 level spoon of salt, brown sugar, and the gram flour. Stir it very well, ensuring no lumps are left. It's very smooth. You can use it, you can put this whole mixture in a blender and blend it. I prefer using my hands. As soon as you see it's it's all well mixed and the besan is well incorporated in the yogurt, you pour this mixture and set it to boil. Keep it on low heat. If you turn up the heat, the yogurt is going to separate and you will not like the results. Leave it on, let it simmer and let it come to a gentle boil, stirring it gently, and then we let it cook. And when it's almost ready and we can see the color has changed, the besan is no longer uncooked, and we will add the tempering. I turned up the heat. While I'm stirring it, I added some water. Remember I said 4 cups of water, so I added about 2 cups, which should be enough. If you want to make it more thin, you can add more. You can see the ginger bits and the chili bits. Once it's ready, we will add the tempering and turn the heat down. It takes about 15 minutes for it to come to a boil, and then you have to let it, and you have to stir it while it's coming to a boil, and you have to stir it while it's boiling. I can see it's almost coming to a boil. I'm going to turn the heat down and let it simmer. In the meanwhile, we're going to check the status of our kitchri. Careful when you move it. After almost 20 minutes, this is how the kitchri looks. Just turn it around well, cover it and leave it for another 5 to 10 minutes depending on how soft you want it, and it's ready. In the meanwhile, we prepared the tempering for the curry. I like to leave it like this so it doesn't boil over. And turn up the flame. Add 2 teaspoons of ghee. As soon as it melts, we'll add the rest of the stuff. I think we'll add is the cumin and the mustard seeds. Let them sputter for a bit. In the meanwhile, we keep an eye on the curry. Make sure it doesn't boil over. As you can see, it's simmering nicely. We'll add the curry patta. We add the hing, which is the acid, cotida and the turmeric, a bit of red chili, when it's nice and hot, you turn down the heat but so you don't burn it. Give it a few seconds. When this foam goes away, you turn it off. Give the curry a gentle stir. Add the tempering to it. And cover it. Leave it covered for 2 minutes. Make sure you don't boil it over. You stand and watch it. When 2 minutes are over, you open it, give it a good stir, and let it cook for another 15 minutes. 2 minutes, you open it, you sprinkle some dried methi, some ajwain, some black seed. Mix it well and let it simmer for at least 15 minutes. The more it simmers, the better it will taste. By now the whole house should be smelling of curry patta and all the tempering. I'll be showing you the final result in 15 minutes. It has been more than 30 minutes now since the khichdi was placed to simmer. It's done, as you can see. And even the curry is ready. It's boiling gently. And we are ready to dish it out. Here's the khichdi. Here's the curry. And papad. Enjoy!